Hey there, thanks for joining me for coloring. Today we're going to be working on this adorable Moe's digital pencil image called Cotton Candy, and I'll put a link to that down in the description box if you would like to head over and pick it up and color her with me or later on. Next week we are going to be coloring this adorable Maya one. This is a card kit, so if you want to pick this one up, you'll have to go over to the store and grab it, and I think there's only a couple of these left. So make sure if you want to do this class that you head over and pick it up, and then you can color this one next week with me. And then I don't have anything else planned after that because school will be out, so I'm thinking that I'm going to have to go to just coloring at night when the kid's sleeping. Hi, Julie. And then recording it, and then, you know, when school goes back into session again, then we'll start our live stream up again. But we're going to kind of wing it and see how it goes. But I'm just afraid with Lexi being home that I won't be able to come up here and do all that or even be planning anything. So that's the plan anyway. All right, so let's go ahead, and I've already printed my girl, and this is Neenah 80-pound solar white cardstock. So we're going to go ahead and color her first. So I'm going to start out by outlining my girl first. So for that, I'm going to use C0. And I'm not going to do anything fancy. I'm just going to go all the way around. And I like to do this first, so in case I get some honor I would like to erase, it's easy to do. And I don't really care how wide my line is. I'm just going to go all the way around the outside of the image. If I do it after I've colored it, I always seem to pick up some kind of color off of the image and drag it out to the outside. So for me, it's easier to just do it first. And I like how it gives it just a little bit of a shadow so it doesn't look quite so flat. You could completely leave this part off if you don't like that look. And I didn't give her anything to stand on, but let's go around her shoe here. And I think, because I hadn't really planned, so I'm just going to use this to go along here and give it a little bit of a shadow along the ground. And then I didn't go crazy because you can't see her face very much. I'm only going to use a couple of colors for coloring her face. The whole image is centered around that cotton candy. So for our girl's face, we're going to use E2100, and then for her cheeks, we'll use R20. Did you go get lunch, Julie? Okay, so I'm going to zoom down so you can see. Okay, so we're going to start with E21, and like I said, there's not much here, so we're just going to do a little dab. And right here on the other side of the stick is a little bit of her skin for her arm showing, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Or you could make it so her sleeve goes down that far, but I'm just going to make it skin today. And then I'm going to go right next to the little stick, and a little bit on her elbow, and a tiny dab on her hand. And then on this arm, we'll go next to her sleeve, and then about a quarter of her arm on the way up. And since she doesn't have very much stuff going on, I'm just going to go ahead and do all the parts of her skin that I want to do. Usually I break it up, but her face and her arms are really small, so we're going to do it all together. And it looks like this cotton candy's kind of leaning on her face, so let's give this side a little dab of color. Oh, it's Julie's Mike's birthday today. Happy birthday, Mike. Okay, then we're going to add E00. Are you guys going to go do something fun, or are you going to hang out at home? It's fun to hang out at home. Or maybe you're having some relatives over. And so she's got her eye right here. I'm going to try not to color in the white section. So we're going to leave around a circle around her eye. And I'm not worried about being too careful right now because we're going to do cheeks and then I'm going to come back and give her skin a second coat. Okay, and we're going to go with R20. And since this side over here is pretty much covered up, we're only going to do the cheek color over here. And I'm going to do her lips. And I just barely touched my pen to the paper there for her lips. And then we're going to come back with our second coat. So let's grab E21. And go around her face, her ear. Julie's gonna stay at home. That's a good choice. I have a birthday party. Evidently, one of Lexi's friends at school has a birthday party on Sunday, so I'm gonna have to run to town and get a gift. I wish I would have known that yesterday because I was already in town and I could have done that then. But she told me today, so I will have to run to town to get that because in our little town here, we don't have gift stuff. I think I'm going to pink her cheek up just a little bit more. Hi, Eileen. Thanks for coming by. Give her pink. A little bit more pink. She needs some pink. Maybe a little more dab on her little lips here, too. Probably should have made those red, but pink for her. Okay, then for her hair, let's see. 3. Okay, so for her hair, we're going to use E23, 55, and 51. And so it looks like she's got little, like kind of a curly hair, fuzzy. So we're going to do a little squiggles on there. So I'm going to start with my E23. And I didn't get too fancy with it. I'm just going to do a few little squiggles on here. And she's got them in a ponytail, so I'm going to try to keep my squiggles kind of going where her ponytail is going to go. So like over here, she's got, it's going to wrap this way, so let's kind of go. We don't want it to be straight like this because her hair's not going that way. And then for this little piggy tail over here, we'll go. And just add some squiggles. And I'll probably come back and add some more of this color after I add the other two. And then we're going to do 55. Same thing. We're just going to add some squiggles in here. And I'm going to go in different places than I did the 23. And I'm trying to not really put my pen too hard down on the paper, because the minute your pen touches the paper, you're going to be soaking it up. And I don't want them to be little big blobs. I want them to be more like little squiggly lines. And then I'm going to fill it in with my E51. Nothing fancy, just going to swipe over her whole hair. She's going to be fairly quick and easy today. She wasn't too complicated to color. And then I'm going to come back with my 23 again and just add a few of those squiggles back in. Okay, and let's hop down here and do her shoes because there's only one color for that. So we're gonna do W9, and I left the laces white and I left the bottom of the shoe white. So because there's such a small area, you're gonna want to just barely touch your pin to that paper because you don't want it to suck it up and bleed out of the lines. You're gonna do just little tiny strokes, or even dotting up and down. Unless you printed yours way bigger than I printed mine. Mine's going to fit on the front of a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inch card. See, nothing to that. And her shirt, let's see here. What do we have for her shirt? Okay, so for her shirt, we're going to use W1 and R00. I'm going to use W1 to add some shadows. So this is where I thought maybe this could have been her sleeve over here, but since I made it her arm. So I'm going to say there's a shadow right next to the overall strap on this side and next to her arm. And then over here, we'll do the back of her sleeve and the bottom. And then we're going to go under her shirt and her arm. And then we're going to bring this color along the edge of her overalls. And there's a couple little stripes here that I'm going to do over the top of. And this little wrinkle. Whoops, my pen. And then we're just going to fill it in with R00. I wanted the cotton candy to be the focus, so I made her clothes pretty subdued. Next, we'll do her pants. So for her pants, we're going to use R35, 14, 32, and 21. So we're going to start with 35. And we are going to go with our 35, we're going to go right. I'm trying to see if I filled this pin lately. I don't want it to blob everywhere. It's looking kind of damp. I'm going to go next to the edge of the strap. And along a little bit along the bottom of her hand there. And then for this strap, it goes around the back. You're going to go, oh yeah, see, that's getting a little wet. Let's take the other end off. We don't want it to blob everywhere. I'm going to go up the back here, and then we're going to go same thing. We're going to go right along the strap. And let's go underneath of her arm. And then over here, we're going to go along the edge of these little slashes there. And this is the back of her overall, so I'm going to color that. And then we're going to bring this down and do these lines. And there's a little wrinkle right here on the bottom of her cuff. I will try that. We might give it 2 coats. And then we are going to add 14. So we're going to again go right over the top of our 35. And we're going to use up most of our space with the next color, so don't worry if you're using up all of your space up there. And we want to soften this edge. Exaggerate these lines. Then we're going to come in with R32. I'm going to go ahead and fill in my strap up here at the top. And then we're just going to soften our line again. Don't worry if it doesn't blend, because we're going to come back with a second coat. And we're going to go R21. Eileen ordered some alcohol brushes for skin. Oh, that'd be fun. Let me know how those work. Now, Copics are not free. They're pretty expensive. I feel pretty fortunate that I bought mine way back when they were... I thought they were expensive then, but they're nothing compared to now. So I'm going to leave a little bit of white there because I want to come back with my second coat. And I want it to be a little bit lighter there. So again, we're just going to come back with our R35. And we're just going to go right over where we had it last time. About to leave, already packing. Come with me, I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know. About to see the world in action, what we can be, live with no distraction. Don't forget too, guys, that I'm still having my sale over at the store for 25% off, so you can use your coupon SAVE25, and it's SAVE and then 25 is the code, and you can get 25% off whatever you want over there. Eileen likes how we colored her hair. Doesn't it make it give it that fuzzy, like, curly look? She's got the fuzzes going on in her hair. I thought it would look kind of cute in there. She's just adorable. Mo always has the cutest dang images. She has one over there. I think it's today still. You could buy one if you spend $5. You get the one that says shh for free. And it's a new one. It's cute. So I was searching through to see if there was one in there I couldn't live without. Because I pretty much have most of the ones whenever they come out. She'd had a time there where she had, whenever she put a new one out, they were half off. And she hasn't done that in a while. But when they were half off, it's like, oh, that's $2. That's a pretty good bargain. And they're always so dang cute. And then we're going to fill it in with our R21. And I tend to go over the entire area. Next, let's do the little stick. So for the little stick, we are going to do E31 and E50. And again, we didn't do anything fancy. We're just going to go with our E31, and I'm going to go with my shadow on this side of the stick. So we're going to go underneath the cotton candy, and then where her hand is, we're going to go down the side of that stick. And the bottom. We're just going to fill that bottom part in. And I'll probably give it 2 coats. And then we'll fill it in with our E50. Well, let's only do 3/4 of the way. That way when we do our second coat, we can add a little bit more there on the edge. That'll make it have 3 colors in there. And again, we'll go with our 31. So a small line underneath the cotton candy and then down around her finger. And then we'll fill it in with our E50. That leaves us with that wonderful cotton candy. And I chose purple cotton candy because I can do it whatever color I want. So we're going to do Fees 17, 15, 12, and 01. Hi, Teresa. Thanks for coming by. Ooh. Teresa's was late because she had to go to have a knee surgeon appointment. Oh. Are you going to get your knee replaced? Hi, Renee. Hi, Margie. Thanks for coming by. I forgot to look over at the Facebook site, and I thought Mr. HeathersHobbieHaven was going to pay bills, but evidently he's still downstairs. Or BJ hasn't shown up to get her check. My niece broke her arm today, so my sister-in-law was stopping by to pick up a check, and she was going to come after I got done, but since she's in town doing that, she's just going to stop by. So if the dogs start barking, it's because she's arrived. Okay, so V17, and what we're going to do is we're going to go along. I'm going to be trying not to color this poor girl's finger. Let's just color this right there. And then we're going to kind of outline. So we're going to go right along the edges. And then wherever there's a really dark line, we're going to bring that up. So like this one has a line that comes around over here. So we're going to use all these lines to make some dark lines. Do they have to be perfect? No. We're just work our way up here along the edge. And over the top. Like that. Okay, then we're going to go with this side. So let me turn my girl. And we're going to do... Actually, I'm going to turn her upside down just because it would be easier for me to color that way. So we're going to go this way, and we're just going to do the exact same thing. So let's go this, and let's try not to color her face. And very carefully go around the edge of her face. She won't look great with purple. Go this way. Okay, let's turn her back this way. See if we can straighten some of these up. Got a little crazy there. And I'll probably give it 2 coats, so let's not stress over that. Now we're going to go in with our V15. So we want to add some color. So let's go ahead and do right next to this stick. And we're going to brush over all of our V17. ring. So there's no line right here, so I'm going to add one. And I'm trying to keep my strokes going in the direction the cotton candy is spiraling. So you wouldn't want to go straight across, you want to keep it curved up. Like that. And then we're going to do this side. Let me move this cap over here. Yeah, so I'm going to fill in this little section down here at the bottom. And then same thing, we're just going to follow our spirals and go right over the 17. And then we're going to add V12. Okay, so we want to start on the V15 this time. So we're going to start right here on V15, and then we're going to bring our spiral out. Remember, don't worry if it's not doing everything you want, because we're going to come back with a second coat. Keep your spirals going in the same direction as the cotton candy's going. And we're going to go with V01. And we're going to go over the top of V12. So you're going to start somewhere on your V12 and then just flick over this white spot we got. And I like to go from both directions, so I'll flick this way. So we soften both edges, or edges. Okay. Then we're going to come back with our second coat. And then we'll do V17. Oops. So I'm just going to go right over where I already had it. We have our town celebration this weekend, so we'll be having some cotton candy, I'm sure. And a scone. We have this little trailer that makes scones. Those are the best things. I'm thinking I'm going to add, even though there's not one right here, there's a little bump right here. I'm going to give that one. And then we're going to go with V15. And I'm making sure to go over the edge of those V17 just to soften it. And I don't care if I get it all the way blended together because it's cotton candy. So I'm okay with it being wispy. And then we're going to add V12. I'm going to turn her this way. Hopefully my arm won't get in the way as much this way. And then we'll go over that with our V01. I'm just kind of softening some of these lines over here at the end. I don't care if it's all perfect in the center. And then we'll turn it this way. Actually, I think I like it how it's lighter here right in the middle part. Isn't she cute? I just love her. Super duper cute. Okay, so let's go ahead and put her together. I told you she wasn't gonna take that long. She's fairly easy. So we got our little pieces here, and this paper is from an ancient 6x6 paper pad that I had laying around. I can't even remember what it was called. But let's go with this one on the side. So we make sure to get it flat first. So I'm going to start up here in the corner so that I make sure it fits the piece, and then when it hangs off the bottom, I can use my scissors to cut it off. Whoops. Because it's a little long. Just a little bit. Okay, then next we're going to add this little dotty piece. And I want this one to be out of cattywampus, so let's see here. And then we'll go with a little X's and O's. And this is actually the back of the little hexagon piece. And I think I'll go, let me have this. So I want to make sure this covers up this. Okay, so let's do a smaller area at the top. Maybe like so. And then we're going to put this one on. And then a little cinnamon, I think is from the Cool Tags banner set, if I remember correctly. But I put a link to everything down in the description box, except for the paper, because that's no longer available. It's old. But you could use any old scraps you have laying in your pile. Because these pieces are just, the big piece in the back was, I think this piece here, this Texagon one was 1 inch. And then these were 1/4 of an inch, these two pieces.
Never was the last word that I heard you say before you hung up the phone. Silence, never thought that it would go there.
Hi, Julie. Have a great nap. Okay, so let's put this right here. I thought the cinnamon went perfect with our girl there. She's having a little pick-me-up with that cotton candy. But there we have her. Isn't she adorable? I love it. Cute, cute, cute. And you could color your cotton candy any color that you want. I just picked purple because we hardly ever use purple. I don't know what it is. I think it's because I don't have any really purple paper. So Copic needs more purples. There's the thing. We just need more purples. That's all there is to it. So that's our card today. I hope you had fun coloring her. Don't forget, next week we are going to do Maya here. If you want to grab her, she is a card kit over in the store. And there's only, I think there's 2 left. So if you want to grab her, you better grab her up before she's gone. And don't forget to use your coupon code SAVE25 to get 25% off of your order. So you can order her and use the coupon. And if you order it here in the next few days, it'll be there before next Thursday when we do class. And then don't forget, girls, that next week is the last week of school. So after that, we'll probably go into summer vacation mode. And so I'll just be recording videos at night. And then if we have time for a live stream, it'll be just kind of impromptu. This is what we're going to work on if I have a minute and turn it on. Might be a crazy hour of the day. I don't know. But all I know is it will not probably be on Thursdays because things get crazy around here when there's no school. So anyway, I hope you had fun coloring. If you guys have a question, leave me a comment down below and I'll make sure to get back to you. Otherwise, I hope you are having a fabulous week and I'll see you next Thursday. Bye-bye.